Hey tantric lovers! This video is for you if you would like to have more connected sex, to be more present, and to start learning how tantric sexuality can support your sex life. I'm 𝗬𝗓𝗂𝗹, a sex coach and a tantra teacher, and you are in the right place if you want more pleasure. Don't forget to give a thumb up and subscribe to the channel if you want to learn more about conscious sexuality and tantra. And while this video is going to be pretty amazing and rocking your world, I also want to say this is just a little bite from my Mindful Sexuality and Introduction to Tantra online course, which is a much more comprehensive course in how to step up your sex life. You might be feeling that when you make love, you just go through the motion, or maybe you just feel stuck in your head, double guessing about if your partner is having a good time, or if you're self-pleasuring, maybe work is coming and you feel very distracted and not present. And then so many of my clients, like Jess, that we saw actually early in the course, at the beginning when she came to see me, she was really concerned about how she would look like in sex. And her strategy was, trying to look better. Oh, maybe if I lose that kilo, I will be more sexy. Or maybe if I, shave better my legs, my skin will feel smoother and be nicer. And then I will feel more connected in sex because I will not be thinking about it. But it doesn't really work that way. We really need to do a shift, a deeper shift within ourselves to connect deeply for who we are and don't feel that our sexual worth depends upon how we are perceived from others or how we look like. So when you make love, you can actually bring all of you in the lovemaking, not double guessing, not having the mind going somewhere else, but be fully there. And if you allow pleasure to run through your whole body, you will feel so much better. Like literally, if you bring pleasure to your mind, you're fully present. Bring pleasure to your heart, you feel this sense of expansion, love, and surrender. If you bring, pleasure to your energetic body, you will feel like energy running throughout your whole body. And so a very good framework for that is understanding how to connect with your 5 tantric bodies. So the 5 tantric bodies are the physical body, right? Then there is the mental body, the emotional body, the energetic body, and the spiritual body, which we could call soul, essence. Basically, that part of you that makes you, you. The part of you that doesn't change. Thoughts come and go, emotions come and go, but the awareness that perceives them coming and going is the same, right? So like what you've changed since you were a kid, you change a lot, but there is something in you that is always the same. So that thing, whatever name you want to give it, consciousness, essence, or soul. Connecting with your 5 tantric bodies, it really helps you expanding pleasure. It's kind of like, imagine if you want to cook, and all your life, you just have been cooking with some zucchini and mushroom and some pasta, and that's it. I'm Italian, so let's bring the pasta in the kitchen. And if you, connect with all of your tantric bodies, not just with your physical body, then what happens is that you will start to have some meat, and then you will have some fish to bring along and some salad. It's just add a lot of ingredients and can really expand all the recipes that you can make, all the food that you can make with those ingredients. And so it's like adding ingredient to your sex life so that you can really bring more pleasure, more orgasm, more connection. I'm going to give you some example, kind of like explaining how pleasure feels on the other bodies, because it might feel like a concept that I get it, but how does that feel better in my sex life, right? So practically, if you allow pleasure to run through your body, you will feel physical sensation, right? And then this could show with like movement of the body, moaning, contraction of your pelvic floor muscle. If you allow pleasure to run through your mental body, you have presence, clarity of the mind. It's not very scattered, everything disappears, and you're just there. If you allow pleasure to run through your emotional body, it will show as a deep sense of surrender. Really a deep sense of letting go and openness of the heart. And there is this sense of feel love, just love for the world. I'm sure that you might have made love sometime. And I've felt that too. Like this deep sense, when you finish, you are like, oh my God, I'm in love with life. I'm sure that sooner or later have happened in your life. So that's when you allow pleasure to run through your heart and your emotional body. And when you allow pleasure to run through your energetic body and you have awareness of it, you will feel goosebumps, tingling, warmth, like sweeping, like subtle sensation just running, pleasure, sexual tension, sexual pleasure running from the genitals all around. And the last one is the spiritual body, which is your essence, right? So if you bring the depth of who you are in lovemaking, there is almost a fading away of the sense of like separation from you and the rest of the world. It's a very devotional and mystical experience. It's a little bit harder to grasp with words. And, you know, if I make love with myself, I'm self-pleasuring, and I really connect with my soul, there is almost a dissolution of me and the rest. And I feel very connected with the depth, with my essence. In a 2014 study on body image, they find out that on average, Australian women spend about 55 minutes a day working on their appearance. Here you see how we are so obsessed in the way we look and are perceived. However, if you will start to actually move that awareness from the way you look to, you know, all of the other bodies, how much time do we spend working on our emotional intelligence? How much time do we spend feeling our energetic body and perceiving it? How much time, you know, do we spend connecting with our soul? Or train our mind, maybe meditate to be more focused and present. And when you start to connect with more of you, new orgasms are possible. New depth of pleasure are possible. For instance, women can have a lot of different types of orgasms. Yes, it's amazing. And every woman can learn, by the way. And so imagine that you want to start to have internal orgasm, maybe cervical orgasm. In order to have them, you need to be more connected, like present in your mind, present in your heart, and present with your body. You can't really access them if your mind is scattered, thinking about other things or fantasizing somewhere else, and also your heart feels closed. Because of how the cervix is connected with the brain, is actually connected with the more emotional part of the brain. So if you feel disconnected from your heart and your emotion, you can't fully let go and receive the pleasure from the cervix. And this is just one of the examples that I could make. I can, you know, keep talking, but I don't want to go too much in depth in it, but it's just to give you an example in how by expanding your awareness in more of you, you can access more type of orgasms and pleasure that you didn't think it was possible. Start by reflecting on what body would you like to bring more awareness of. Maybe you want to feel more connected to your heart, maybe more present with your mind, or maybe with your physical body. And which action can I take in order to bring more awareness in that body? It might be that I do a self-compassion meditation before self-pleasuring, because this will help you opening more your heart when you touch your body. So just take a moment to reflect on those two questions. Maybe even write them down. You can pause the video right here or do it later on and just take your journal and write your answer in the journal. This video was amazing, and it was just a little taste, just a little bite from my Mindful Sexuality and Introduction to Tantra online course. In the course, I will be guiding you in how to have more present, connect sex, in how to have full body orgasms, how to feel more confident in lovemaking, and just simply more connected so that you can unlock deeper pleasure and more intense orgasms. And because you're part of my YouTube community, I'm going to give you a gift. And so you will get 30% off if you enter the code ELIZAYouTube. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and to give a thumb up to this video. Let's keep spreading these sexual conscious vibes.